My name is Eric, and this is things you shouldn't do on an Indian burial ground. Back in the mid-90s, I was on a camping trip in the middle of Lake Michigan on an island called Garden Island, about 35 miles off the shore of the mainland. And at the time, there's no inhabitants of the island, and it's the largest Indian burial ground in the United States. 3,500 Indians are buried on this island. And it's not a very big island, about 5,000 acres. And about 30 of us were on this camping trip. I was the youngest one. I was 14 at the time. We get dropped off by boat, so we don't have no way on or off the island once we get dropped off. We don't have this. No cell phones, no ham radio. It's just us, and promise that the boat will come back in a week. And we have tents and some food with us. And we hike a couple miles to set up a campsite, bring our provisions with us. After we got the campsite set up, about 5-6 of us take off exploring the island. We come across Indian burial ground covered in birch bark tombs and a bunch of cloths hanging from the trees. There's bells on top of the birch bark tombs, and I'm the youngest one, so I'm always trying to be tougher than everybody, and so I'm like, hey, who wants to do the Ouija board on Indian burial ground? And everyone's like, yeah, I'll do it. And we don't have a Ouija board. And this is something I've done a bunch of times. I make a Ouija board out of anything. I take a piece of the birch bark tomb from the Indian burial ground and have my knife, and I carve all the letters and numbers into it and shave off some bark and make a little piece of twine. And less than 5 minutes, I fashioned a Ouija board right there made out of the Indian memorial tomb. And as soon as we sit down to go play the Ouija board, bells go flying off the tomb and everybody takes off running. It's just me there sitting inside this Indian burial ground by myself, and I could feel all the energy immediately, like I fucked up. This was not the right thing to do. And I'm trying to put the roof slat back on that I used to make the Ouija board with, and finding the bells that flew off and putting them back up. And like, I'm sorry. And respectfully got out of there, hopefully closing the portal. And that night, we were sleeping. A few of us decided to not sleep with the group at the campsite, but to sleep in the middle of a field, look at the stars. I woke up in the middle of the night, just bad dream, Indians coming up out of the ground, grabbing me and pulling me into the ground. And I look around and everybody had left. No one's in the field sleeping anymore. It's just me out in the field by myself sleeping. And I finished the night, but I probably woke up 2 or 3 more times with that same exact dream. Indians coming up out of the ground, grabbing me and pulling me under. Crazy times. Definitely don't do that. No Ouija board on Indian burial grounds. If you got any crazy stories like that, yeah, I'd like to hear about it.